Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another Market Mates episode. It's great to be back with you all on this Wednesday morning, isn't it? Yeah, it is Wednesday morning today. Look, lots happening. Absolutely lots happening in the market. We're seeing a bit of a pullback across the board on Bitcoin this morning. It wicked up into a daily order block and we're starting to reject from there. So maybe we're front running the top of the news. We've got a new segment we're going to launch today, guys, on the show. After some really good feedback from a bunch of different people over the past couple of weeks, plus some internal review from Craig and myself about how we can make the show a little bit better, like segments that you can look forward to every week or every show. So, look, as always, if you've got feedback, chuck it in the chat or, send us a message in the Discord, all that sort of stuff. If you're looking to take over the stream board, guys, don't forget, I actually need to pull that back up on the next screen as well. But don't forget, you can literally take over our stream board for not much money at the moment. If you'd like to advertise a product or obviously your company or advertise whatever it is. But I'll pull it back up now. It might just take over the full screen. Here we go. Yep. Okay, perfect. There we go. So it's up in the top right-hand corner. You can take over our board. But for now, obviously, if no one's currently doing it, we'll put it up in the top right corner. And you can join the Discord there by scanning that QR code, or the link is in the description down below. Yeah, Bitcoin rejecting overnight. We're seeing a bit of a pullback on altcoins as well. Cards down 10%, Zcash down 5%, Grass down 6-7%, Virtual's down 6% as well, and a bunch of others as well. So look, meme coins, Ponds hit a new all-time high. Cash Cap pulling back below 200 million. We just had a 10 million runner as well in the meme coin trenches. So look, lots happening, Craig. Lots of opportunity. Greeny faded about a 20x yesterday. He got out too aggressively, too trigger happy on a token called DTF. He was in at 400K, it ran to 9 million. And I'm a profit maxi that actually sold profit at about 600K. So I'm an idiot and I'm fumbling positions. GM to you, Craig. How are you today, mate?
Jim, everyone. Hello, mates. How are you? Good morning, good evening. Thanks for pulling up. Skypo, just an okay farmer. Hugo, what's up, dude? You're here nice and early. MK, hello. Tima, hello. What's that one? M. Marinaki. Good morning, long time no see. Hope you're both well. Well, welcome back to the show. Yeah, dude. Happy good morning. Yeah, market's cooking, man. Market's cooking. Bitcoin looks like it's chilling. Maybe the bull market's over. We can break that down a little bit later. Is it over? Is it back? Is it just a cool off? Is that the dump? Are we back into a bear market? Or do we continue?
Yeah, lots to break down. We'll dive straight into some of the hot topics this morning, guys, just to get them out of the way, and then we'll definitely look at some of the charts out there. Let me pull up the stream board just again in the top hand corner. There we go. So Japan to launch blockchain-based system for instant settlements of stocks and government bonds. So again, further proof of crypto, real-world asset, and use case, and all of that sort of stuff happening in real time, which is pretty nuts to think about. When you ultimately consider how far we really have come in crypto. So that's a big one. Japan making moves. I mean, that's on the back of Russia making moves. That's on the back of like the US wanting to make moves. So look, Craig, there's a lot kind of happening out there at the moment. And this is all just bullish news for crypto. Like everyone's moving on chain. Everyone's wanting to trade on chain. Leverage is at all-time highs. I don't know. What's your takeaway here? There's just so much happening in the world of adoption, and we're not even really in a bull market yet. We're still range bound. So I would say we're arguably still very much in circumstances of bearish nature, but doesn't mean what happens next isn't the change of bullish structure that I'm looking for. So yeah, I mean, Craig, Japan, Russia, we spoke about last week or the week before with regulation, the US obviously trying to get the Clarity Act and everything sorted as well. This is good to see.
Yeah, I guess it just confirms that they like the tech, I suppose, more than anything. How to capture value on this, I'm not too sure, but I guess it proves the concept of crypto, which lots of people thought about for a long, long time. I wonder when I read reviews like this or headlines like this, not that it kind of competes directly, and we've spoken about this before, what XRP Army thinks about all this stuff, about settlements happening, like, because I know that was like, every XRP's wet dream was all the XRP being used for cross-border payments. And I'm just noticing governments now just issuing their own, which was something back in 21 I always wondered. I was always like, well, why would governments go and buy a token from a private company when they can just build it themselves, in-house devs, and they can fully trust it, versus trusting a dev team from a company? Like if you're a government, I don't know. Sounds risky to me, man. Sounds risky. But anyway. Anyway, I don't know what the XRP army thinks about all that, but bullish crypto as a whole, these headlines, and these headlines have been coming for quite a few years now. So I think crypto's here to stay, which is good news.
Yeah, it's really taking on that next step for sure. That's for sure. So, moving on. So, I mean, you start to see this post straight away, and it really just like in the bull
We're
market,
back.
yeah, I get it. But yeah, are we back, Craig? Or is this like the sign of just like, oh my gosh, people are so trigger happy and I'm just still optimistically cautious? I think it's a great term because I'm certainly loving trading on chain, but in the same capacity, there's also still a little bit that I'm uncertain about, or what happens next. Do we pull back to 65? Do we pull back to 70? Do we pull back to 75? We don't know yet what happens with ETH versus BTC. So Michael Saylor's strategy now has 4 billion unrealized profit on Bitcoin's investment. Well, it's actually down today because Bitcoin has dumped a little bit from 81K overnight. 225 million in shorts were liquidated from crypto market in 10 minutes last night, Craig, at oh no, that was yesterday. My apologies, in the middle of the day as Bitcoin rallied to $81,000. A reminder, guys, if you're looking to play like trade with leverage, you should never get liquidated. I just don't understand people that don't trade with a stop loss or allocate too high a leverage. Like you are literally gambling and you deserve to be liquidated. But I just don't understand why people do that. So, anyways, that's a shame to read these headlines. And always, liquidations are just going to continue to increase as market caps increase and more leverage is in the ecosystem. This whole move has been leverage based. We spoke about that yesterday on the show rather than spot accumulation. August update, we're seeing a tremendous amount of inflows into the ETFs of both ETH and BTC, up 26,000 BTC in the past week, and up 312,000 in ETH. So that's $767. $767, 767 million in net flow for ETH and 2.08 billion in net flow for BTC. On the back of that, Craig, we also have BlackRock clients buying $90 worth of Ethereum. And again, this is happening today when prices is already up 20, 30% from the lows. So people, again, still buying into the pump, not necessarily buying the opportunities like we've seen over the past couple of months. What else we got here? There's a few other things. Oh, this one, I mean, further proof. Thailand SEC advances regulations for spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. Craig, I feel like every week now we're adding a new country to the regulation conversation here and really adding just new adoption worldwide, which is just fantastic to see.
Sorry. I'm just messaging about our board. Sorry, Greenie.
Oh my goodness. No, just
sorry,
take it
guys.
over.
I'm just doing business in the background. Yeah, bro. I guess this is good news as well.
Just further adoption in Asia as well.
Yeah, because countries like that probably need it.
Yeah.
Third world countries. So great to see. I mean, we've got, I didn't even know they had an SEC. Thailand's SEC advances regulations for another bullish headline, bro. Another government talking about it. Another government putting down the regulatory, I guess, railway lines or guardrails so their people can use it, I suppose, safely. But at the same time, I suppose someone's going to get a check somewhere. So, good news for crypto again. Great for spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. Okay, well, yeah, good to see Bitcoin in the headline there. Yeah, another good headline.
Accessibility, hey.
Yeah, no, that's great news. I know people. There's a lot of Australians living over in Thailand and countries like that. So yeah, man, I'm not surprised they're coming to the party. Yeah, I've got friends over there, so they'll probably be quite stoked. They actually traders. They're over there trading.
Yeah, I mean, it's the reason people do it is for tax advantages.
Yeah,
so,
the nomad lifestyle, Bitcoin trader, and just sit on the beach all day. It sounds nice, but
yeah,
not for me.
Yeah, agreed. All right, moving on to the next. We got a couple more topics here. This one here, Bitcoin in profit 70%. Color overlay in this chat. BTC 200-week moving average. Black line RSI above 50. QE has restarted. It's technically not quantitative easing. So Plan B, one of the largest crypto, what would you say, profiles and entities in the space, who has been wrong now for year on year.
Massive in 21, bro. Everyone was following this dude until he got it wrong.
Yeah, 2017, 21 was massive. Agreed. But what we're noting now is that they're saying, yeah, it feels like the bear is dead and the bulls are in charge. I don't agree. I don't agree. There's nothing for me. Yeah, we're above key moving averages. We've reclaimed a really bullish weekly candle, but there's still no confirmations for me to actually confidently be like, well, we actually couldn't see new lows. Or at least a retouch of some of the lower parts of the range. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Craig? Do you agree with this take? Are you as bullish? Are you bearish like me? Oh, I'm not bear. I'm just cautious. I think I'm just cautious. Like, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of opportunities on chain, and I love that, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we couldn't have a bit more of a reaccumulation phase. Our reaccumulation phases can last hundreds of days. That's what people don't understand.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just cautious with Plan B, with people who aren't familiar with Plan B. Like Greeny and I said, he was big in 2017, big in 21, was making some pretty bold calls based on his analytics, how high we'd go in the bull market. Excuse me, I'll just get the Zin out. It's making me talk with a lisp. And then he ended up falling pretty short. He was sort of predicting 100K Bitcoin back in 21, and we fell pretty short at 69. So I'm a little bit careful with reading too much into what he says, but he does present some pretty interesting data. I'm the same as Greeny. I mean, I was, yeah, even yesterday I was a bit cautious with this pump. I just wondered whether we'd break down from sort of 81 to 83K Bitcoin, and we sort of hit our heads there. That's a really interesting level for me. I think we've really got to have a daily close above that level. And I mean, Bitcoin now sitting at about what, just shy of 79,000. So we have pulled back slightly. So I'm still in a pretty cautious mode. I don't know if we're on if the bottom's in. I sort of think we could come back down and test some support levels. I think that would be healthy to come back and test some support levels. Support levels, perhaps I'm looking at, although Greeny can probably give us a better rundown, but probably at about 71,000 is probably an area I'm looking at for support there. So I'd love to see a bit of a retest, a little bit lower, and then a bounce. But yeah, I was just explaining, Greeny, I'm a bit cautious as well. Like that 81 to 83 level for me was quite important. And we've obviously, do I use the word rejected there? For now. And I just feel perhaps we could come down and retest some lower levels, which I personally would feel quite comfortable with. I'd quite like that. Rather than a continuation. One of the reasons is I'd like to get into a few more things first. And time's ticking. And I put a video up yesterday and we spoke on stream. That's where the clip came from, just saying that obviously this Bitcoin pump's kind of moved my time horizons a little bit shorter if we're out on, but I'm still not 100%, but then no one in the market's 100%. No one can say the bottom's in, this is us, we're out. Like, that's just not how this works. We'll be able to look back in hindsight and it's going to look really obvious, but normally at the time, unfortunately, it doesn't always look as obvious as what the chart is when you go on monthly and you look back. When you look back, Bitcoin looks so easy to trade. When you're in the moment and these emotions, it's a different beast. So yeah, unfortunately, I'd love to argue with you, Greeny. I'd love to argue with you here and go a contrarian view. I personally, what I'd like to see is come back and test some lower levels for support. That's what I'd like to see.
What are the levels that you're targeting?
I'd like to see around about 71, something around there for me.
Okay.
Something around there. Either that'll just continue above 83, close above, and then maybe that's us. We can continue up. I'm hoping we hit our head here, pull back, find support, and then look to bounce. We'll just accumulate at that range, and that's when I'll go in and buy some of the altcoins I want, and maybe to take another. Well, not maybe. We'll take another bite at Bitcoin as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely. No, I love hearing that. Yeah, look, I honestly, it's front running. Like the way I like to trade here is I would have liked to see this probably go a little bit higher actually and take out that range higher and whatnot. But there's plenty, like I'm chatting with friends and some people are starting to scale into shorts here. Other people have plans on lower time frames. I was short and I took a loss on my head short because I probably entered a little bit too early, but that's okay. Like I was targeting the 786, 886, so I took a loss on my shorts, but it was well managed. Like I de-risked before this pump to 81 overnight. I actually de-risked it yesterday before we actually had a pump, so I was okay with that. But ultimately, it's just still range bound. Like as I said, Yeah, very bullish move. The most bullish weekly candle we've seen in a long, long time. However, I mean, sorry, arguably the most bullish weekly candle in history. However, if we do take a look at this, well, we're still range bound. So nothing in theory has actually structurally changed. And even ETH, I know ETH has done a lot better. Even ETH, it has structurally changed. Okay. So it is now officially above these previous highs over here in its range. However, the important part of this is this a distribution? Okay. Are we going to trade back below into the range? And then arguably that's quite bearish. And you usually do trade back towards at least probably the confluence here of the point of control. You've got multiple moving averages probably coming in around here, so about 2.1k. So I don't know. It's an interesting time in the market for me because say this was happening in like November, December, I'd be a lot more inclined to really say continuation could occur. The fact that it's happening and it's front running time in terms of like based on history and averages and stuff makes me more cautious. And that's why I've been saying, look, I'm optimistic and I'd much rather, I'm not going to FOMO into some of these altcoins and these rallies with Bitcoin and ETH. Like I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to I'm not going to spot trade. I'd rather, as I've been saying for a while, I'd rather just trade on chain where the new opportunities are, where the swing trading opportunities are. And if we do see a pullback to some of these levels and I see price holding those daily and weekly moving averages, well, then that's when I start to feel a little bit more confident. It's up from say 20% from the lows. I don't really care about timing the bottom. I want to trade that momentum move to the upside, right? So that's at least how I like to think about it. So look, that's all the heavy-hitted topics today. We've got a couple other things, but our new segment, Craig, we're going to introduce a new segment, guys, to the show. If you guys have suggestions, some other ideas that we have spoken about previously is something like a weekly prediction or something we can do at the start of like on a Monday. Every Monday, Craig and I do something, and then on a Friday we review it. Or I don't know. We'll have to have a think. So you guys let us know what you guys would like to see us do as well. A trading competition probably doesn't really work because we don't really want to be trading live on the show for like financial blah 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 reasons, but more so the show is educational in nature. It's analytical in nature, and we already trade on the side as it is. So anything outside of that, let us know some feedback and some ideas, and we're more than happy to go away, have a think about it, brainstorm, and then come back with some new ideas. But Craig, the new segment that we're going to start introducing for our daily show is Craig's segment. We need to come up with a better name for that. We need like a little intro, like a little song to go with it. We got
a jingle.
Craig segment. You know, something dumb like that. I'll have to maybe we can. I'll record one, or I'll get you to. No, you should record it because it is your segment, and then we need a visual too, so we can bring it up on the stream. We'll go back to just normal. We'll go back to normal here because I think that'll be easier, unless you have a specific. Like, do you want me to share your FOMO account, or like, what would you like me to any? Like, do you want a visual, or are you happy to just chat like this?
Yeah, I'll bring up. Where are we?
So just to give the audience a bit of insight, every day Craig's going to bring a little segment to the show now, okay? And what that segment is going to do is essentially just be a topic that Craig is very interested in. Oh my God, it's just absolutely flipped it. Here we go. Oh my God. Yeah, we're back.
Hey!
So the new segment every day, it's going to be daily on the show, and Craig's going to just bring something to the party because, like, for the people that maybe don't understand, what happens on the show is I run it, and Craig kind of like just like reacts and comments on it. Okay. It's always like Greeny's in control. Like, unfortunately, you can only have one person in control of what charts come up, what NFTs we're looking at, or what tweets we're looking at, right? Or what topics we're talking about. So I thought it'd be cool for Craig to bring something from his point of view that I actually don't even know what he's going to talk about until the show. And then you get my raw reaction, and then you guys can raw react and everything like that as well. So I'm going to handball it over to Craigie Boy, and it's over to him for, yeah, we need to think of a really cool name. Any ideas for a name? Craig's segment.
I was trying to think of last night for something that flowed off Craig, like alliteration, but I couldn't think of another C. But I don't know. So things that are rustling Craig's jimmies or something. I don't know. But
what about yeah, or like something? Maybe we should create the unk like aura. Maybe it should be something like that. Gion says Craig's corner. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, that's better than Craig's crumbs. I don't mind that as well. What about Craig's cranny? Not your purse, Craig's purse. There's some good names there. That's not the worst. What about the Unk Arc? We could go the Unk Arc as well. Oh, so 2 people said Craig's corner. Weekly runners. Okay, Nixon's with the weekly idea. We could look at weekly runners. You pick 3 tokens that you think could run, and the winner is on the highest percentage gain from Monday, Friday. Okay, Nixon, I like that. I'm going to
Okay.
chuck that in my
Yeah, that's interesting. Like horse racing, eh?
yeah, weekly runners, free predictions. Okay, review on a Friday. Cool, Nixon. Appreciate that, guys. Feedback. Hey, we love you guys. Appreciate you guys. So yeah, no. Can you zoom in a little bit further on your screen, please?
Yeah,
Just so
bro.
it's a little bit easier for us to read. Yeah, perfect. Um, Craig's Cook component. Okay, not bad, not bad. Craig's Corner, another one. Yeah. Unk Dunk. Yeah, we'll come up with something, and then I'll add it to my my roadcaster over here, so then I can play it as we introduce it as well. But anyways, that's enough of the intro. That's the first segment. So guys, if you like this, if you listen back on the potties, let us know as well. But Craig, handballing over to you for the first iteration of your little segment.
Yeah, g'day guys. Welcome to Craig's Corner, Craig's Crumbs, Craig's Kitchen. Not quite the same letter, but it still works. CK, Calvin Klein, Craig's Kitchen.
I like it.
Yeah, look, what I'll try bring every day is something that kind of interests me. But I thought today it might not be the most exciting topic, but I thought just come back off the back of yesterday's stream where Greenie was kind of asking, what am I going to do and things like that with my portfolio and stuff like that. So I thought maybe put a bit of pen to paper and start planning. Obviously, I spoke about yesterday. I wanted to come a bit more on chain and start trading. Now, one of the things I think is important is to have a plan, right? So have your portfolio, because it's one thing to say, look, I'm going to come on chain. It's another thing to decide how much money to bring across, say somewhere like FOMO or meme coins or something like that. So I wanted to work out what percentage I wanted to have in each basket. And then from that, I could work out how much to allocate to each one money-wise. So pretty basic stuff, guys. This is nothing that's going to blow anyone's mind, but I just wanted people to see kind of where my mind's at. And then from this, I can develop this further, what goes in each basket. But the way that I'm kind of looking at taking on this bull run coming up now, whether we're in it or not, I'm not too sure, was percentage-wise. So I spoke yesterday and I still said I'd probably have the majority of my basket in Bitcoin. Now, this will probably differ to Greenie quite a lot, but that's probably quite a good thing. So this bull run, I'm probably looking to take about 50% of my holdings in Bitcoin. And then the hardest part, man, was breaking down how much I wanted. The basket is 10 million, I wish. The hardest part was actually breaking down how much to have in meme coins, NFTs, and altcoins. So this might change, but this is just tentatively penciled in, and then moving onwards tomorrow and the other days, I'll start to fill the baskets with what I think I'll put there. But for now, 50% Bitcoin, 25% in meme coins, 15% in NFTs, and about 10% in altcoins. Now, the NFT and altcoin one was a bit tricky because obviously NFTs, I mean predominantly mainnet Ethereum there. So you could count that as your ETH portfolio as well. So kind of altcoins and NFTs together are kind of like Ethereum really for me. Ethereum, maybe Solana, and I wrote there Hyperliquid, Ethereum, Sol, and maybe some privacy tokens. There are others I'll have in there, but that's kind of the breakdown I'm looking at. So a fairly decent size for meme coins, I thought, considering everything else. But I mean, I know a lot of other people out there are probably 100% meme coins and probably no Bitcoin, I'm going to say. So it'll be interesting to see how that sort of the difference in traders plays out over time. But yeah, 50% Bitcoin, I like to swing trade that. So, go a little bit bigger in there and swing trade Bitcoin like I did back in 23 to 25. As you guys can see there, 25% in meme coins. So still quite, I think, enough in meme coins to actually get your portfolio size up quite large. And then the NFTs and altcoins, I kept quite small. Altcoins, I'm just wary of, bro. Like, I know there are people there that are saying they'd have altcoins way higher. I get where you're coming from. I just think it'll be easier to win on meme coins in shorter timeframes. By the way, this can change. So my percentages here, depending on what the market does, if I start to see altcoins rally or start to see strength, then maybe I'll pivot at some point from a higher allocation in meme coins to maybe more in alts. So this is just how it is now, but the market can change. And if the market decides this bull run, it loves altcoins and meme coins aren't the golden child, then I'll have to change this, and I will. This is not set in stone, guys. This can change. This is just a basic plan, because really what I wanted to know is how much I wanted to put into meme coins. That was really the question I wanted to ask myself. I'm pretty confident with what Bitcoin I have, but I wanted to know how much of my stables that I have on the side I wanted to allocate to meme coins and to altcoins. NFTs, I'm not really keen on growing that port any more than what it is. I wrote there, I've got a Bored Ape, I've got a Mutant Ape, and 3 Chain Mancers. That I don't really. Oh, I've got a Wacky Bill. I didn't add that. Sorry, Mac, if you're tuning in, I probably should add a Wacky Bill there. I'll call that a blue chip. But I'm not that keen to grow NFTs. NFT mints, I will, but I'm going to flip that for ETH, bro. Like all the NFTs, basically, I'm going to be flipping. As most people probably should. If you love the art, collect it. That's great. I want to make Ethereum because I think ETH this run could go quite well. So NFTs predominantly there. I'm going to mint flip, try stack Ethereum, run Ethereum up, and then sell Ethereum, hopefully into the highs. Maybe we get 10K Ethereum. I sell that into stables and rinse repeat into the next bull. Altcoins, yeah, they are a small bag, but like I said, I just feel I'm better off focusing on meme coins at the moment. Obviously, this is in lieu or in view of meme coins at the moment for the last 2 months have run so red hot. So I feel like I'd be silly to go 10% memes, 25% alts. I'm just not that confident in alts moving forward. Although in saying that, I only really want to carry maybe 2 or 3. So with all this in mind, the aim of the game is Bitcoin, 2 or 3 strong alts, 2 or 3 or 4 strong NFTs, and then meme coins will be interchangeable day by day. So that's kind of the way I'm looking at the moment. And then what I'll do over time is develop this and slowly start to build out this basket. But yeah, this is sort of where I'm at the moment. I thought this is, like I said, while it's not the most exciting thing to see for the viewers, I think it's a good thing to see me develop. Well, I just wanted to further explain where my head's at from yesterday. And I think it's something that over time can unfold and then it can maybe become a bit more exciting. So give me your thoughts, guys. Where am I a bit light? I didn't mention puppets. Yeah, I do hold a couple of puppets as well. Ordinals you could squeeze in there. But where am I a bit light? Where am I a bit heavy? Someone's saying 25% meme coins over 10% privacy coins is crazy. Yeah, yep. I can see what you think.
I think a couple of comments from my perspective. Meme coins include RWAs, AI tokens. Meme coins is low caps, I would say, just to clarify for the viewers and the listeners, because I would agree. It basically, as Craig has written there on the screen, if you can't read that, it says on-chain degen play. So basically any low caps, and that's just kind of swing trading and those sorts of things. So I think for me, I like it. I like the port. I'm the same as you though. I'm the opposite of you. I don't own any Bitcoin, and I don't know. I'm still undecided about what I do about Bitcoin at this stage. But yeah, I like it. So is this currently live? And question for you, is this where you want to get to, or is this what it currently is? And do you have stable allocation, or like talk us through? Because yesterday I think you mentioned that you still do have stable allocation. So is this where you hope to get to, or is this currently?
This is where I hope to get to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
no,
what is it currently then? Yeah.
Currently I'd be 90. Bitcoin would be 60%, stables would be 40%, and the rest would be 10%. So I've got to put money into Bitcoin and I've got to put money into meme coins. I have to fill those baskets. I'm quite heavily stabled. Half my port almost is stables still. So yeah, I've got to fill these up. Altcoins hold next to none. Meme coins hold just one, about 16 grand's worth. That's more than 100%. Yeah, thanks, John. Don't do my math, man. And then NFTs are currently as is, more or less. I've left a few little shitty ones out. Not you puppets, but not worth mentioning. They're worth nothing. Yeah, John, give me time, John. Give me time. But no, I'm heavily stabled still, which I like. I wanted to be heavily stabled, but now I need to start making moves. So meme coins, I need to fill that cup. Bitcoin, I need to fill that cup. Not as much. Bitcoin, I don't need to buy as much of. Meme coins, I need to buy a fair bit of. And altcoins, I need to buy a bit of as well. So yes, the stables need to be deployed over the next X amount of time.
Yeah. No, I love that.
Next few months, really, depending. A lot of this depends. The entries of this will really be dictated by Bitcoin from here, man.
Okay. What do
When
you
I
mean by
go
that?
in,
So okay, so give us two scenarios. So say the bull market has started and we don't really see a pullback. How like and you don't get to buy altcoins or anything. What does it what shifts then for people and their perspective and what you would do?
yeah. So if we just continue higher from here and we don't
Yeah.
pull back
Yeah,
much,
say we only go back to say we don't go lower than 78K and ETH only stays at 2.4K and Sol stays at 95. What how do you treat it then, I suppose?
yeah, I'd be pretty comfortable buying Bitcoin here. Actually, I'd be pretty comfortable buying any of those altcoins, provided
Okay.
that we look like we're continuing higher.
Yeah.
Time horizon on this is it would be years. What 1 to 2. So the entries, while the entries are really important, but it is a longer time frame, except for the meme coins. The meme coins are much shorter. This is day by day. The rest of it is when a bull run occurs, which could be
Now.
27,
Could
28.
be. Yeah.
So I'm not rushing to buy the altcoins. I think the high urgency here is the meme coins
Okay. Yeah, I
out of
like that.
those.
I mean, yeah, and maybe for our passive listeners, they might not necessarily have as much time.
Mm,
So my last sort of idea and question to you is if someone doesn't necessarily have as much time or they still want to be a bit of a degen, how
mm,
should they go about it? As always, not financial advice. This is hypothetical. This is speculation. But how would someone if like say you got a friend, okay, they come to you and they go, Greeny or Craig, um, look, I've got X amount of money, but I only have X amount of time. I want to be a DGen, but I kind of want to sit on some trades. What would you say to someone like that?
they kind of want to be a degen and they want to sit on some trades,
Mm.
but they've got no time to put in the market at all.
A little bit of time. They'll be on their phone from time to time, day to day, but they're not addicted to the game like yourself. Or, I mean, definitely me. I literally sit on my laptop at 9 p.m. at night with my wife. There, very much to her demise. Uh, yeah, like they're not in the game like we are a lot of the time. And they don't have time to sit in front of charts all day and scan and blah 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 blah. But what would you suggest to someone like that?
Yeah,
Like say they have a bit of time in their evenings, okay? They come home from work and they're like, "All right, I just want to I make 200 grand a year. I want to throw 10 grand away on some degenerate stuff in case just to tickle the itch, you know?
yeah.
But I also want to think about maybe a longer term passive sort of play as well." What would you
Okay.
talk about?
I would say predominantly you'd remove meme coins probably mostly from that. I'd probably be looking at Bitcoin and then altcoins and your big
Yeah.
caps. So Ethereum, Solana, Hyperliquid. Um, I would say privacy coins, but they're running pretty hot, man. So I don't know if I'd recommend that. Although so is Hyperliquid. Almost everything I see is going pretty well. But I'd probably say Bitcoin and big caps. Probably ETH. ETH. I'm quite like I'm a fan this run of ETH. Maybe some ETH, some Sols. It's a pretty boring answer, bro. Bitcoin, Sol, and ETH.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I can't wait for DJ and Craig to be back, chat. But no, anyways, I really like that section. That's great. Hey, first introduction. I look forward to what Craig brings to his little segment tomorrow. We'll have to think of a
I
name
need
and
to
an
get a
answer.
chef's hat. Hey, I need to get a hat for my segment.
Yeah, you do. And then you also we need to get a visual an audio and it can be I think needs to be like a meme. I think it needs to be a meme. And then we need to
Craig's
create one so
kitchen.
yeah, Craig's Kitchen.
Yeah, what's that voice from? It's South Park. Hey, Slotfather says Mansa will be a privacy coin soon. I did see that. So I think Slotfather, you might have to educate me here, but I believe you will be able to shield your swaps using Mansa. So they are adding a privacy section to what they're doing. So shout out to Slotfather for bringing that up. I did see
I
that on
mean,
the
cool.
timeline.
That is good to hear. I do
It's what
like
the
hearing
people want, I guess, isn't it?
Maybe we should bring up the Mansa in the stockbrokers chart because we haven't looked at that for a while. We'll
Yeah.
head over to FOMO. We'll head over to FOMO now and talk about some of the degenerate side of the market. How are you been? Have you been swing trading and everything, Craig, as well, or what are you looking at the moment on chain? I suppose.
Nothing at the moment, man. I'm not looking at anything at the moment. Yesterday was just sort of planning what I was going to do rather than looking at what I was going to buy.
Yeah.
It was more
Okay.
planning what I was going to do. Yeah. I didn't, bro. Yesterday, I had no time to trade. I think I was working, doing stuff till about when I was messaging you 7 last night, just doing some stuff with Market Mate. So Pistachio, Greeny had a little win on that. So I didn't get to get
Well,
DGen yesterday, which was quite upsetting to me because I saw you making money. And I was like, fuck,
I
I
might
need
have
to make
faded.
money.
I mean, look, I'm very happy with this trade. It's for me. You guys know me. Oh. Sorry, I forgot. Craig is not sharing. My apologies.
Oh, sorry, Greeny. I should have told you. Yeah.
Sorry. Hey, look, hey, we're ironing it out. First iteration, guys. First iteration. So it's just us just sitting there chilling up, me looking at the chart. Pistachio, look, I think this probably has a lot of potential. Now, don't get me wrong. I am very happy about this trade. Okay. Yesterday, I'm going to talk about DTF as well. Okay. Yesterday, I bought DTF at 400, 500K. All right. And I sold for quick profits at around 650K. After that, I find out that the dev is from OHM, which ran to like, I don't even know, billions or something last cycle. I then find out that Bonk Guy is DCing into this in the $2 million range. And then by the time I'm at my laptop last night, after going back to sleep or about to head to sleep, this thing's at 5 million market cap. So it's technically up about an 11, 12x from when I bought. And I was like, you absolute idiot. Do some research because you just fumbled. I had $1,000 in the position. So I fumbled a $20,000 trade, a $10,000 trade. So anyways, I finally get a bit of a pullback, and now I'm watching for a reaccumulation zone here on DTF. So look, I really like. Look, I made money on the first trade. I think I made a couple $100. So it's not like I didn't take a loss. But Mike actually commented on my post saying, Grinny, invalidation can be more than just TA. Sometimes it can be sentiment or fundamentals or something like that. And I'm like, well, it's probably actually just a lack of research, to be honest. And that's what got me with Pons, and that's what got me with something else as well. So, anyways, this is one that I am keeping an eye on now. I have bought back in here just to clarify, okay, as it has kind of consolidated. So I am watching this, and oh my god, Pistachio's at $13 million. Holy shit, we're going to talk about that in a second. But anyways, really happy about that. Now, this is where I'm happy about my success as a trader because a lot of the time I was fumbling. I don't mind fumbling. No, when it comes to fumbles, I hate fumbling, say a couple $1,000. That's where it starts to irritate me because I'm angry because I'm like, well, hold on a minute, you took $200 profit on say $1,000 position, which is great, and consistency is I preach consistency, but in the same conversation, I'm like, okay, well, this token's now would have been up $2,000, and you would have been angry about that. Anyways, so I'm happy that I took profit on Pistachio this morning. So a lot of calls were in this. Okay, so Frank was in this. Wizard of Soho was in this. I just saw Thakani get into this, Ash Robin into this, but they're out now, and it actually has just hit 12, 13, $15 million. Now I swing traded this for a really nice $2,500 profit. So don't get me wrong. I'm very happy. If I can make $2,500 a day, is that like $1 million a year, Craig? I don't know. I'm not doing the math, but I'm pretty sure it's around that. I don't mind. Now, don't get me wrong. I was here. So if you look at the way I mean, this is the minute chart. It just shows you how quick. This thing was created at 5:22 local time this morning. It's on the back of a very famous artist. I can't remember which artist it is. Is it the Wassy artist or the Inverse Bra artist? Anyways, I took profit predominantly in the $7 million range, which is where Frank and Co. also kind of took profit. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm happy with that. It's up like 2.5x. I'm up 2.5 grand. Dude, after fumbling so many trades recently, I was like, dude, take a win, Greeny. Take a win of 2,000. However, if you look at when I sold it, I'm going to have to go down to the 30-second chart on this bad boy. Okay. Well, what happened to the chart? Yeah, and on the chart, I was starting to really think about it. I was like, okay, I'll clip here. Then I started to be like, well, hold on a minute. Should I clip the rest? I don't know what's happening with the chart. Let me just refresh it. But basically, I sat there. I mean, shout out to G2G because there was a few guys that scanned this way down here, but I didn't even, I woke up pretty late to this trade. Okay, the timing is definitely wrong down the bottom. Anyways, as you can see here, I clipped in basically 2 batches. The first batch, I was like, yeah, okay. Got about 1.5K out. The second batch, I was like, well, do I hold, say, $1,000 in this position in case this does truly run to like way higher after the fact? And the proof is in the pudding is that yeah, okay, the 30-second chart's not working. Pull back up in a minute. But I put in 2 batches and I was like, no, I should have sat on 1,000, but I didn't. I was like, hey, whatever. Took profit. It is what it is. But Craig, I mean, not many places you go and you say, well, you got to remember, guys, $2,500 a day in US is like $4,000. No, mate, just shy of $4,000
Yeah.
AUD. That's nuts. Okay. No, unless you're a top tier CEO of a company or a hedge fund trader, there's no way you're making that money a day. All right. So that's the way I like to come by. However, yes, Greeny, you're fumbling some of these big positions. You scanned Ponds at $1 million. You bought Ponds at $4 million. It's now at $100 million. It's at 25x from when you first bought it. If you just bloody held it, so it's a good trade. But Craig, I'm just battling. I'm battling this internal profit-taking mechanism that I have built into my regime as a trader for being butthurt so much in the past from crypto being scammed, getting rugged from meme coins where it just literally drops from 12 million to $0 instantly because the dev unlocks and bloody sell or whatever it happens to be. I really need to get into a holder mindset. Holder mindset. Bear market ceilings need to be raised to bull market ceilings. When you see something like this where it's like, okay, it's an artist who has created a new character and they have a very reputable art brand behind them. Okay, maybe it is worth holding a portion of the trade. So I don't know. Mike was like, shout out to Mike as well, but he was like, Greeny, like sell 50% and hold 50%. And I'm like, yeah, but profit. Yeah, but consistency. I don't know, Craig. I trade very differently to a lot of people. And I think that's an important reminder. What do you think? Did I fuck this up now that it's at 13 million? And I mean, it's up 2x from here. So I actually could have walked away with $5,000 if I had just sat on it a little bit longer.
Yeah, no, I reckon you did the right thing, man. Just take the meat of the move and move on to the next one. Take the meat of the move, take the meat of the move, take the meat of the move. I mean, yeah, you could have held it. It could have dumped though too, man.
Yeah.
Totally different conversation. If you checked out 2.5 and then a dump from there, you'd be like, yep, did the right thing.
Yeah, exactly. You never know. And like what I actually was watching here, guys, was that volume is coming down. So the fact that you're seeing this push higher whilst volume is coming down is interesting. That normally doesn't happen. So holders, why? Because dude, 13K holders in a token that's only 3 hours, 4 hours old, that's pretty nuts. So
yeah, that is crazy. Why? What is it about this that got so many holders in so fast? Because that's
lots
fast.
of calls were in it. So a lot of people follow the calls. So I'm talking Wiz of Soho, who has 150,000 followers, Frank who has 400,000 followers, me 40,000 followers. So a lot of us were like, okay, this looks good. I like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously volume came in and it took it a lot higher. But also just the reputation of the artist. A lot of people were like, well, hold on a minute. Fwog ran to a couple 100 million last cycle. I remember getting into Fwog at 4 million before it ran to, I don't even know, 100 plus million. One of my best trades, I'm pretty sure, in the meme coin trenches last cycle. But I think for me, Craig, I'm just uncertain with BTC and majors right now. And it makes me, I don't feel like it's the same yet where I sit there and I go, I want to buy and hold these things for the bull market because I just don't know if we're there yet. And I'm happy to be wrong, guys. Like, look, traders get shit wrong all the time. I think that's an important reminder. But I don't know. Look, I'm happy I did the right thing. Peers, as a few members have said in the chat. Of course, yeah, things are going to go high, things are going to go lower. Like, can you deal with it emotionally? I can. I know that. Like, I'm proof of this. I talk about this shit every day. There's a new trade I'm trading every day. Okay, so it's like I can move on. I learn from the past, whether it's a win, a loss, or a break-even trade. I learn and I move on to the next opportunity. It's whether other people out there can move on for a win or move on for a loss. That's the real secret to the source, Craig, of trading on chain, particularly.
Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly right, dude. I would not be upset with a 2.5 grand P first thing in the morning, man. That's someone's monthly. I mean, that's probably about 3,500 Australian after tax.
That's actually, I didn't even think about that.
It's about a monthly salary for someone, man, after tax. It's about, well, it's not quite that, but it's bloody close. So if you're upset with that, yeah, man. Yeah, I find it hard to feel sorry for you, Greeny. when you,
I funded another $2,500.
Yeah, no, I mean, hopefully you're going to be okay, but yeah, dude. Look, tomorrow you can put that 2.5 grand into something else, man, and there'll be another hot token. The only way you're really going to hate this is if it runs to 100 mil.
Well, that's it. It actually, in theory, could, and that's the secret sauce here. Anyways, let's move on. So that's Pistachio. Keep an eye on that bad boy. Manta, we obviously had Saltfather just in the chat before. Craig, it looks like a bottom's kind of been putting in here on this bad boy, holding the 786 around that 3 million to 2-ish 0.9 million range. I just for clarity, I have just bought this morning, pretty much around these prices. I think this is just going to be a patient play for me here. How are you thinking about this? Do you still own all 3 of your NFTs?
Yeah, I got 3.
Interesting. How
Yeah,
much,
got
out of curiosity, how much are you earning? How much in terms of break even? Are you close? Nowhere close from the
Nah,
activation?
nowhere close. Nah, nowhere close. Down about 50%, and they don't earn a lot at the moment, but that's because it's not. Actually, I haven't looked in a while, bro. I don't know what the Ethereum fees look like. The WETH, I think they earn, but I don't know if it's gone. It is public though. Everyone's using this now, though. Yeah.
What's that? Sorry.
Everyone's able to use this publicly now, aren't they?
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
think
Oh, as in the website, as in the actual
the
text.
Anvil.
Yeah, I think so.
Not the Anvil, the swap. Yeah. So the WETH rewards are still low. They're still really
Yeah.
low. So
Well, that's probably because they're not earning enough revenue, or like the business isn't businessing, if that makes sense, right?
yeah, it
And that maybe,
does.
what's your distribution percentage? Out of curiosity, how much do you get per clip? What's the percentage?
You get, bro, mine's low because I'm on the lowest tier. So I only earn 0.04%, which is
Okay.
bloody low. My hope is that people start using this and it cranks the WETH up.
Fees
But
aren't
yeah,
being yet. Exactly. Okay, farmer. Exactly. Yeah.
what fees aren't feeing yet. Yeah, that's exactly right. So for me, patient play, I'm just going to sit in this. I've got my 3 NFTs. I'm not going to buy the token, but that's because I've got 3 of the NFTs, which effectively are the token because you can swap in and out. So I'd like to see a glorious pump on this. I agree with you. That finally looks like it's bottomed. It finally looks like it's just kind of slowly cooking now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you were looking at an entry, this is probably not a
Not
terrible
financial advice, but
decision.
a nice pullback. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on this. We'll pivot to Stockbroker, and then I've got a bit of a DGen play, and I want to have, I'm allocated to this DGen play. I'm in a loss right now, and I want to talk about it. Okay, I do want to talk about it just from the perspective of, am I out to lunch, or am I potentially early to say the next Jimothy? Okay, is the way I'm kind of thinking about this. Craig, Stockbroker, I'll get you to go first here. What are your thoughts on this ecosystem right now? Ponds just hit 100 million, are still dominating revenue, dominating launches, dominating buybacks and burns. Stockbroker's fallen off the radar a little bit. Simple Farmers continues to ship, which is great to see. Stockbroker is far more elaborate than just a launch pad. However, people are more concerned with that at the moment, with Ponds reaching 100 million. What are your thoughts here?
Yeah, big pullback on this bad boy. Actually, I hadn't checked this chart in a few days. What's it at now, Greenie? 38 mil?
38 FTV. So I did buy this breakout, but I did de-risk. So I'm back to only about $500 in the token at the moment. It's just weakness. No new buyer volume coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess a tough one. I guess a few of the launches recently didn't go so well. So I guess that hurt, like Clock-in. Yeah, Clock-in. I mean, that's sitting now at about, what, 600K?
Yeah.
Last I looked, because I did go look. You and me, like
independent teams, though. Don't forget independent teams. But yeah.
And I did see Simple Farmer came out yesterday saying all future launches they will they have to launch by the 99% tax. Whereas Clock-in, they only had it for a short amount of time. And then it went to 33%. But obviously for the snipers in the room, they were willing to pay the 33% tax, man, to get a godlike entry. And I actually agreed. And I spoke to Simple Farm about it, and he said he did advise the team about it, but they insisted on the the shorter tax amount of time. But that just looks like it was suicide, man, because then snipers have gone, we'll pay the 33% to get a sub 1 mil entry, or probably sub 500K. Because what did that open at? Like 3 mil, something like that. So
yeah, no, 1.5-ish mil.
it was a 1.5 we got in. Yeah.
Clocked in, yeah. It was around 1.
Yeah, about there. So yeah, tough one, man. Tough one. I guess they're going to go through a bit of a, what's the word? A maturing. That sounds so weird because it's so new. That's just the execution risk we spoke about, bro.
Yeah, we
That's
did.
happening in real time now.
And we like to be transparent on the show. Like, we like to talk about bullish, bearish scenarios, and I think it's important that we maintain that sort of professionalism. Hugo says here, hate it, but Pons won. SB launcher took too long, and I kind of agree. I like, not that that's the only aspect of their ecosystem, but Pons won, bro. Like, it's pretty clear. And like, Pons is at 100 million. Like, look at this breakout just the past few days, and they're still making more revenue. So it wouldn't surprise me if this did wick to 110 million. So you got to remember, like, we're in the infancy stage of Robinhood chain. Okay, this is, like, in my opinion, Pons at even 100 million. Again, not financial advice. Is like buying radium at tiny. It's like buying Jupiter in the bear cycle last cycle. So, like, that's the thing that people don't understand. It's like, yeah, it's up 100 million. But this thing could be worth billions of dollars if they remain the dominant launch pad on Robinhood chain for RWAs, for AI tokens, for meme coins, whatever it happens to be. So I really like that Simple Farmer and co like building new ideas and thinking about bonding curves and changing it all. But again, like, you got to ship fast in this industry, Craig, which is the one that you're holding, the token you're holding right now. Is the dev reached out to me again, and I said, he's like, oh, do you want to read the white paper? And I said, yeah, of course. But also, I want a timeline, because if you can't ship shit quick enough in this industry, I'm sorry, but it's not going to do well. Like, I've seen it. I've been around 10 years. Like, I've just seen it happen. It's like, time is important in crypto. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. And sure, it's all well and good being anal or a perfectionist. Don't get me wrong. I'm fucking anal and perfectionist about a lot of things in my content, in my life, okay? But I also understand that sometimes being a perfectionist is a limitation for getting time-sensitive content out there, for building a product and launching it, okay? Even if there's a few mistakes, okay? You pause it for a bit, fix those mistakes, and go again, okay? You're missing, like, by not launching a product or not putting your content out there fast enough, you miss so much upside. I'm sorry, but you do. I've done it myself with content. I've seen it plenty of times with builders. They've shipped way too late, and their products are elite, but they shipped way too late. That products like this, for example, are already dominating. So why would, and that's the other human emotion that we don't even talk about. On the back of that is you then have change, and people don't like change, Craig. It takes a lot of time and reasoning and I don't even know, both of those things, for people to actually change from A to B or B to C. So I don't know. That's you guys, what's your favorite time frame for meme coin charts if you had to pick one? That's a really good question, because a lot of people get this wrong, that there's a specific time frame that you need to look at for meme coin charts. I look at all charts. Okay, as I showed you before, I was on the 1 minute chart for Pistachio. I mean, right now I'm on the 12-hour chart for Pons. Time frame doesn't matter. It just basically, time frame is, the lower you go down in time frames, the more noise / data you will have on your charts. Okay. Everyone knows me as more of a swing trader, so I do preference higher time frames. However, if I, like, for example, yesterday on DTF, I was on the minute chart trying to swing trade that bad boy. So, and I still admit, like, I still would have walked away with a really nice trade if I had held a bit longer. So there's no real set time frame I like. It depends on what the token, how old the token is really, and how much data you want on your screen. So, yeah. Anyways, Stockbroker chart, yeah, very interesting, very interesting. Pons at all-time high. Congrats, Craig. I'm going to bring something to the table. Here. Hear me out on this, guys. Hear me out on this. Okay, there's a low cap cat token. It's on BNB, and we're really starting to see that the cats are running this cycle. Last cycle it was dogs. This cycle it really feels like it's cats that are thriving. Okay. This is absolutely degenerate. I'm not telling you guys to buy it. I just want to hear what people think about this. Am I out to lunch? Am I an idiot for holding this? Or is this potentially something like the Jimothy raccoon that ran on to 40 million? Okay. This is a viral cat in Hong Kong. The followers up 400 followers overnight. That was caught at 7-Eleven in Hong Kong. Here. Caught at 7-Eleven in Hong Kong, stealing some chips, standing up, stealing chips, and walking out. Look at this guy dancing. Anyways, 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven have it. I don't know if I have. I don't want to show my history. Hold on. 7-Eleven. I don't know if I have it. Hold on. 7-Eleven have the clip pinned to their profile. Pinned to their profile with 300K followers of this whole meme around this black cat that stole the chips. And they've created a character. Am I out to lunch with this? Or is this legit? Like, am I stupid?
This is going billions, man.
Is this the next $1 trillion asset?
This is
serious. Big. Okay, no, I want serious responses in the chat.
Yeah.
Wait, this one rewards KKK, QQQ, not KKK. This one rewards QQQ. Is that what you're saying, Brad? Anyways, guys, am I an idiot, or Craig? Do you think, like, genuinely, is this something that could catch on? Like, be serious. Am I wasting my time and my money, or should I just? I don't know.
I like it, man. Nice at 7-Eleven's shilling it.
That's what I thought.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Okay. Okay. You got to remember, Jimothy. Yeah.
How much do you have, man? How much are you holding?
$10,000. Not kidding.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you guys think about my low cap buy?
I'm not even in the top 10. I don't think on FOMO. Let's have a look. No, I'm well down. I'm nowhere. I would be barely top 25.
Yeah.
But am I out to lunch?
What's it called, bro? Is it called bro?
It's called bro. I don't even know. It's like, I'll show you. This is the chart. It's a perfect swing trade greeny chart. Plus, I kind of like it. Okay, so people in the chat kind of like it. Okay. Again, I'm going to take it off screen because I don't want to pump my bags. That's not what I'm doing here. But more to the point of just like, I don't know. It's not often that I come along and I find an idea like that as a meme. And it reminds me, Craig, of if I pull up the Jimothy chart. I really want to pull up the Jimothy chart.
Oh, my FOMO's crashing. God damn it.
Oh, dude, the glitches on this platform, they have so much demand, which is great, but it's also so annoying. Like, can you?
Yeah, my FOMO, I think my FOMO just crashed.
Oh, no, bro. I think mine has too. It's, oh, here we go.
Everyone's buying this coin. Fuck.
No, stop that. Okay, here we go. So what I feel like, Craig, this bro token, which it only ran to 1.3 million in its initial pump. Okay. So if we go down to like the 1 hour. And this is a Jimothy. Again, you don't like it. I'm not here to compare, but I'm just here to like analyze how a lot of charts kind of work. Is usually you get a period where you have like your first two, like you have your first or second kind of big move up. Okay. You have a pullback, big move up, pullback, bang. Okay. Are we like here? I know this is about the 3 million range for the raccoon. I know the raccoon was incredibly viral on multiple social medias. But is that bro cat? Am I seriously like exactly like what happens if it takes off in the Asian market? That's what I'm kind of thinking. Okay, Farmer. It's like kind of cool. So I need to go on TikTok and Instagram and see if there's actual video. Well, Instagram's already like that's the thing. The black cat is a massive thing on Instagram, and 7-Eleven Hong Kong and whatnot has kind of caught on to it. Am I out to lunch to think, Craig, that it's kind of like in this stage here before you get that real impulsive volume move? or like maybe here. I don't think it's in this phase here because this was when it ran to 20 and then it consolidated for a long time. I feel like it's still very like it's either here or here. Like that's kind of where I'm thinking. I'm like, I don't know. It's not very often I say that about a meme coin, and you know that. You know that.
I know. I'm just gutted I can't get on FOMO to look at this right now. Yeah, man, it's not bad. I was going to chuck $100 in, but FOMO won't load.
Oh.
Which is annoying, man, which is annoying. I did get a sketchy email, speaking of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's from FOMO. Hey, we're reaching out to let you know that the email address linked to your account has recently changed to something else.
Oh,
In
to be
Istanbul.
okay.
Yeah, right. And then it says, if this was you, there's nothing you need to do. If it's not you, click this button. It's like, here we go. Probably a phishing email, to be honest.
Yeah, there's so many, and like as soon as the market pops up again, there's so many. There's so many.
Yeah.
No, guys, I don't want to shill. I don't want to shill. I don't want you to. No. It's cool.
Oh, Hugo's in.
No way. Born Slippy just said CZ's supposedly in Hong Kong at the moment. Let's hope he goes to a 7-Eleven. There's no way he goes to a 7-Eleven. Imagine if he catches a. Oh my lord! It's on BNB chain too. That's the thing. So I don't know. It's a gamble. As always, not financial advice. Don't follow me. Don't copy trade me. I think anyone doing that, you're literally going to lose money. Okay, I lose money. I trade. I lose money. Anyways, it's just some thoughts. I don't know. I don't even know where I found it. Was it with members in GTG and I scanning it? I don't know. If I scanned it, let me check. I know. I have to have a look. But anyways, there's some big players in there. I'm not even. Let me have a look. I'm literally not even a top 10 holder on FOMO. So like I'm well down the risk curve. Anyways, I just think it could be cool. I think it could be a meme. We could be early. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, interesting, dude. Interesting. I want to get in.
This is really interesting by Gamble with Life as well. Simple Farmer actually stated that he hired a team to do a complete new UI of stockbrokers, the ecosystem, the platform, and you will be able to choose between the 2026 version and the 1991 version. So glad to hear that. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a good addition. Hey, that is a good addition. So yeah, anyways, anything else we want to cover today? Oh, we got a takeover on the board. Let's go. Let's bring it up. Let's go.
Hey,
let's bring it up. Woo! Oh, we got bread in 2 spots. That's
Benjamin.
Really Benjamin. Weird that it now goes over. It goes over our the background of ours. Yeah. Oh no, we might need to tell the boys what the hell's happening, boys. What the hell's happening?
Yeah, we got to remove that back image somehow.
Oh, that's annoying. Anyways, congrats to I don't know, I can't click on it at the moment, but you can go to Streamboards. Let's bring that up. Streamboards / where is it there? / market mates, and you can take over the board, guys. I'll check in the chat. This is cool. Hey, we're running it back, so I know if you want to contribute, you can take a little slot over on the side. So, where is it? Is it today? No, here. The Rad Muse. Is it the Rad Muse that did it just now? 10:05. It was. So Rad Muse, a long-term follower of the show, took over the center placement and the top placement. Okay, so guys, it's pretty cheap. You can literally advertise whatever you want for $5 around the corner right now, or you can take over the whole board for $80. I mean, an absolute bargain. I'm going to kind of say, I'm going to shill the whole board here because it looks silly. It looks a bit silly right now with maybe I'll have to buy back one of these small spots here, which is annoying. I don't really want to buy back into our own. That doesn't make sense. So can someone come in here and either take all of the outside or take the whole board over? Because that would really solve this issue here. Radmuse, there he is.
There he is.
Shout out to you, legend. Guys, literally $5. Claim a spot. We'll leave this up. You know what? We might even leave this up. Or maybe we'll run a stream again later this afternoon, Greg. Maybe we'll just run it with some music on.
Yeah, dude.
But guys, go literally claim a spot. Okay. The link is in the bio. The link is in the description. Free advertising. We run it at the start of every show. It's in the top right corner of every show. And make sure you get in before there's some big dogs. We are having a few guests on the show soon, Craig. And rumor has it they will be taking over the board. So if you've got something you want to get out there right now, I don't know what my camera's doing right now. You have something you want to talk about, you want to put your punk up there, wink, wink, Hugo, then you better get in. You better get in. Cool. Yeah, anything else you want to talk about, Craig, at all?
Nah, dude, I think we're good, man. I'm gonna go and try and get my FOMO going. It's been weird, and then I might go look up that cat, man. Other than that, nah, good to see Benjamin Bread on the board. Good to see someone on the board. We've had a few
Yeah.
inquiries about the board, so keep an eye out for that, guys. Thanks for taking that over for a little bit, legends. But no, not really, bro. Good show.
Yeah,
Pump
really
my
good show.
bags.
I might, maybe I'll set up a separate stream straight after this, and I'll just put it on the Market Mates channel and put the Streamboards link in the description
And just let it run.
and put some chill vibe music on and let it run and see if we can take up the whole board. Literally free advertisement to 3,500 people. You never know. If people start advertising stuff on there, I'll quote tweet it, and then you get a little bit more of a following on it. So yeah, support us and I'll support you. It's pretty simple. Craig, another banging show. Watching the market right now, probably a really crucial period here over the next few days to see what really does happen. Craig's Kitchen is going to cook every day. So yes, we are. It's a new edition. Craig's Kitchen will be live every day. So yeah, cool little segment that we're adding to the show. Sweet as guys. Don't forget, if you're new here, click follow, subscribe, repost the tweet, stream if you're watching. Shout out to who was it? Just quote tweet Devin, the dude, legend. Appreciate you, legend, for just reposting the stream. If you're listening back on the potties, give us a 5-star rating, comment, feedback. If you like the new segments, if you have any other segments, guys, let us know. More than happy to check them out. And guys, make sure you go to streamboards.com. I think it is. Is it .com? No, yeah, Streamboards. So streamboards.com/market-mates. And you can take over our board, which I probably will run up after the stream, Craig. I reckon I'll just put it on full screen and let it rally. Cool. Have a lovely day, guys. Have a lovely night. And we'll be back same time tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard or 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And do join the Discord because we're giving away a lot of whitelist opportunities at the moment, Craig. A lot of alpha, a lot of whitelists. Go check it out.